Hi there, it's Jennifer, and today I'm here to do a favorites video for the month of November. All the things in November that I was really enjoying using. So let me go ahead and get started and show you some of those things. The first thing is a big fat round brush. I mean, you can see this thing is really big and fat. I got this because I've been sort of frustrated that when I would go to get my hair done by my hairstylist, I would come home and my hair would look really pretty, and then I would try to recreate that look and just couldn't really do it. And so I would watch her as she would style my hair to see, what was, what she was doing, and I didn't seem to be doing too much different, except that the round brush that I typically use is quite a bit narrower than this one. And so so I thought, well, maybe it's the big fat round brush that is, making the difference. I have naturally curly hair. It's not the kind that if I just let it dry, it would just look beautiful and curly all over. It's a little bit uneven. I have these tight, boingy corkscrew curls that are under here, and then on top it goes a little bit more scraggly. So the only time I really let my hair just kind of go and curl is if I'm in a really humid place, or if we happen to be having, rainy kind of humid weather here in Arizona, which is pretty rare. But anyway, so I usually straighten my hair out with not with a flat iron. I mean, I have a flat iron, so sometimes I do that. But most of the time I straighten it out just with a blow dryer and a round brush. And then because my hair is curly, it pretty much never looks the same from one day to the next. So I can make it look the same in the morning, but then, just kind of decides what it's gonna do. So, but anyway, I really have been loving this brush. There's nothing so wonderful about the brand necessarily. This is a ceramic brush. It's called Ceramic Megavent by, I think it's Gilbert, I don't know, Jilbere, Gilbert of Paris. And it's just, I don't even know what size it is. It's just the biggest one they had. The hardest thing to get used to with this, though, is that it's kind of heavy, and so it actually makes my wrist kind of sore. I think I've been building up some muscle since I've been using this. But it really does do a nicer job, I think, than the smaller brush that I've been using. So this one has been kind of fun. Okay, the next one was a gift from my mother for my birthday. And my birthday's in November. And so I had asked her for this. And it is a Clarisonic Mia. Not the Mia 2, nothing special. It's just the basic Clarisonic Mia. It has one speed. It does not beep or pulse or do whatever to let you know when to switch to other parts of your face. That's actually a really nice feature of the Mia 2 and some of the others. But I had been looking into, I'd heard everybody talking about how much they loved using a Clarisonic. My sister-in-law is in love with hers. I've seen videos of people talking about them, and I thought, well, how much better is a Clarisonic really than just, other than, I could imagine that it would be better than just washing your face with your hands, but how much better is it really than using a scrubby or using one of those tools that just has a spinning brush head? Because the Clarisonic does not have a spinning brush head. It vibrates, and that is what is supposed to, rather than just spinning and getting the stuff off the surface, because it vibrates, it's supposed to bring things out of your pores. You never know if people are just kind of telling you, what sounds good, so you'll buy it. But anyway, so I had another tool that was from Beauty Control Cosmetics, and it was made for kind of a microdermabrasion treatment. You put this mild gritty stuff on it and then rub it around, turn it on and rub it around your skin and everything. And that did make my skin feel more smooth. I started using that again. I'd had it for a long time and then hadn't been using it. I started using it again before I asked my mom for this because I wanted to see if I would really consistently use something like this before I these things are, this basic one is $100. So before that we made an investment in that, I just wanted to see if I would use it, which I did. But anyway, so I got this, and I was really surprised that you're only supposed to use it for 1 minute on your skin. 1 minute. You put on the cleanser, and then turn this thing on, and you can hear, I don't know if you can hear that. But anyway, it's just, you turn it on and you go 20 seconds around your forehead area, and then you do 20 seconds down around your nose and down to your chin, and then you do 10 seconds on either side. Now, I think with the Mia 2, it pulses or beeps or something when you're supposed to switch to another area. I have to like count or look at my watch or something to make sure I'm moving to the right section. I was so surprised after the first time I used it that my skin felt noticeably smoother after one time. And previously, like leading right up to the day I got this, I had been using that other spinning brush head tool, so I thought I really wouldn't notice that much difference in the feel of my skin, but I did notice a huge difference. So then I decided that I would do some little experiments. So of course I figured, you know, when you wash your face with your hands, that it's going to not do as good of a job as something like this. But what I tried to do a few other things. So what I would do, first of all, I wash my face with my hands, rinse my face just so that the majority of the makeup stuff comes off, or what looks like the majority of the makeup comes off. And I also use makeup remover, an eye makeup remover first. But I decided, well, let me see what it would be like if I use this little scrubby pad that is a little facial thing that has kind of a scrubby thing on one side and a smoother thing on the other side that you're supposed to use for your eyes. And let me use that first, rinse my face, then put some cleanser on this and try it. And so I did that, and you know what? There was a lot of brown stuff on here, a lot of makeup residue that didn't come off just from using that scrubby, which really surprised me. So then I decided to take it one step further and get out that other tool I had with the spinning brush head. I washed my face with that first, rinsed it, dried my face off, you know, and then kind of put the cleanser on, and then went in with this, and lo and behold, there was still makeup residue on my Clarisonic, even after I used that other spinning brush head tool. So this has been really nice. I love it. I have been using it every single night. I think it might suggest that you do it twice a day, but I've heard some people say that that's a little too much, and if you have sensitive skin, you certainly don't want to use it twice a day. And I also use Retin-A on my face, and I was just kind of reading up a little bit, and some like dermatologists and stuff say that, you know, that makes your skin more sensitive, and it's best just to use this at night. So I've just been using this once a day, and it's great. It has a charger. Once it's charged up, it stays charged for a couple of weeks. So it's really good, and I love this. So Mom, thank you for my birthday present. I am still loving it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is something that I've only had for a couple of weeks. I normally would not be featuring this, but I wanted to mention it now, and I probably will be talking about this in my December favorites once I have a chance to use more of this and I have more to say about it. But this is a limited edition product that is for the holidays, and I am just concerned that if I go talking about it in my December favorites and you think, oh wow, I really want to get this, that it may not be available. I do happen to know that it is currently still available at Ulta. This is an eyeshadow palette by IT Cosmetics called Naturally Pretty Celebration. It's got a very, very sparkly, shiny silver box, and really, really pretty. Kind of surprising that the outside is sparkly, because the thing I love about it is that all of the shadows in here, except for one, are matte, which I love. So let me show this to you. It has 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 regular colors, and then this shimmer thing in here. So let me try to cover up the, it's got a mirror here. So, so anyway, that's what it looks like. This one right here is kind of a gradient sort of thing. It starts out light and goes to kind of a golden tan, and it is the shimmery color, so you can mix, you can put on your eyeshadow and then you can swipe this over the top to give a little bit of a shimmer to your look. You can mix it, the shimmery ones with other ones as you're putting them on, and so it gives a really, just a, you know, some really nice options. It definitely is intended for, well, I say it's intended for the holidays. There's nothing really that holiday-ish about the colors, but the names of the colors are all holiday. There's Snow Angel, Champagne, Cozy, Warm Wishes, Miracle, Peace, Wonderland, Hot Cocoa, Gingerbread, Toasty, Spice, Sugar Plum, Starry Night, Coal, and then this Transforming Ombre, O-M-B-R-E, Radiance Ribbon, and that's the sparkly one. So this has been really fun. I normally just kind of, you know, just take an eyeshadow palette or whatever and just kind of put on my eyeshadow and go. This one I've actually been playing with. I normally don't play with eyeshadows, but this has been really fun to play with, and it's helped me to be able to try out some colors I normally don't use, like purple or pinks and things like that. I normally use neutrals. So this has been a lot of fun, and I just wanted to let you know about it. It's $42 on the Ulta.com website, and so if I continue to enjoy this throughout the month of December, then I'll talk more about it in my December favorites video. All right, the next one is one that if you saw my empties video for November, you would see that I went through one of these. This is the new one because I'd already purchased another one of these. This is another eyeshadow palette by Clinique, and it's a quad, has 4 different eyeshadows. It's called Teddy Bear. And this one is a neutral palette, and it is all matte. So, so anyway, those are the colors. There's, you know, like a light highlighter color here, a brown, a lighter brown, a peach, and then a darker brown. These all have really nice golden, peachy undertones to them. I don't know if you can see it right now, but I'm wearing this today. It's just so nice, and I have gold undertones to my skin, so it really matches perfectly. I had been using my other one and loved it so much that I bought this next one that I hadn't started using because I wanted to finish that. Then I got distracted by this Urban Decay Naked Basics palette that I had gotten, and I was using that all the time and kind of forgot how much I loved this. And I had decided that in my tag video of the things I'm going to finish before the end of the year, that I would use up that old palette I had of this one. And boy, was I glad I did that, because it just reminded me all over again how much I love this little palette called Teddy Bear. Not all of their eyeshadow quads are in matte, but this one is, and it's just got just beautiful colors. You know, I would put it on in the morning and go, wow, I really like this. So it has been fun to get back into this, and so I have opened up my new one and started to use that one again. So that's been a really great one. Another one of my favorites is a little makeup spatula. There are several kinds out there. I think this one might be called Beauty Spatula. Some of them have a one size spatula on one end and a smaller one on another. Sometimes you can buy a set of 2 where one's smaller and one's bigger. The great thing about this is that it helps you use up all of the product that is in different bottles and containers you have. So it's got this little spatula on the end. You can see that on one side it kind of goes a little bit longer and bigger. It's so good because you, in fact, just this morning I finished up, well, I say I finished up. I was putting on my sunscreen moisturizer, and I went to pump it out, and I got like one little tiny squirt, and then nothing else came out. And so normally you'd think, well, you know, let's toss that in the basket for my next empties video. But I opened the container and put this in here, and a bunch came out. There's still more in there. I bet you I'm gonna get another week or two of that moisturizer simply from using this. I also have a container of, it's Olay Regenerist Eye Lifting Serum, which I put on above and below my eyes twice a day. And that one got to the point where I was, you know, like squeezing it to the end and kind of cranking it at the end by the nozzle to get more and more out. And when I didn't have any more that I was able to get out, I couldn't stick this in there because it has a nozzle at the end that's really tiny. So I just took a pair of scissors and cut the tube in half, and there was a bunch of stuff in there. I thought I was going to be featuring that product in my November empties, and as it turns out, I've been using it for a couple of weeks since then and probably have at least another week left. So this has been a really, really good thing to have. Another favorite thing for November is this NYX Butter Lipstick. And let me turn this so you can see. Okay, so it is a NYX Butter Lipstick, and I don't know if you've ever tried this stuff. It's so nice and so moisturizing. And this is in a color called Pops. It's a really subtle color, really subtle kind of pinkish, brownish color. I'm not currently wearing it. Well, let me put some on. You can see it's really not very dark. And so I will, I'll put this on, and then I will put, sometimes I'll put my NYX Butter Gloss on top of it. I have one in a color called Creme Brulee. And so I'll put this on, or put that on top of this, and it's just really, really pretty, very moisturizing to the lips. Not very expensive, like $5.99. So then, okay, I have just a couple more things. I have two other eyeshadows, and these are both shimmer shadows. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that for a long time I was really shying away from shimmer shadows because I thought that they made my well, I do think that they make my eyelids look old and crepey, not an attractive look. So, but I have found that if I use it on the lower part of my eyelid, then I can use, you know, some of my matte shades up on the main part of my eyelid, and then it looks just fine. So I have this one that I got in an Ipsy bag last spring. I didn't know what to do with it because Ipsy doesn't ever tell you on their cards how to use anything. This is by it's by City Color, and it is called White Gold. It is, here's how it looks, and then on the inside it looks white, but it goes on kind of silvery. So that's been a really fun one to use with certain shades of eyeshadow that I use, you know, up higher. And then the other one is from e.l.f., which stands for Eyes, Lips, and Face. This came from Target. It's a long-lasting, lustrous eyeshadow. And it is more of a gold. The e.l.f. products are so inexpensive. I don't even remember how much this was. $5? Maybe $3, I don't know, but not very expensive at all. It's really, really pretty and really golden and shimmery. And I have been putting that on the lower part of my eyelid as well. Sometimes I just put it straight on there and then put on the rest of my eyeshadow. And sometimes I'll put all of my eyeshadow on and then just put this over the top down at the bottom. So that has been very fun, and particularly fun for the holidays. So I'd highly recommend those. And the last two are also e.l.f. products, and these are two makeup brushes. I have lots of different makeup brushes, but I have recently been having a lot of fun with these two. The first one is called the e.l.f. Contour Brush, and it has, if you can see that, it has kind of a dome shape at the end. It's very dense, and I'm flicking it, and eyeshadow's coming out. It's very dense, and it is really nice for doing contouring and, you know, like putting eyeshadow in the crease area. So really nice, and I have been loving this a lot. The other one is called the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush, And I did try to use this as a concealer brush, putting it on. I don't know that I really liked it so much for that, but it is nice and fluffy, and I have been using it as a blending brush. I'd always use kind of like a makeup sponge to do blending, but I've been trying this, and I kind of thought if I used a blending brush all over that the blush would come, that the eyeshadow would come off when I did that. But if you use a nice primer, the eyeshadow itself stays put, but then you get it all blended together. So this has been a fun one to use, and kind of helps me to get a little bit smoother overall look to my eyeshadow. So those are the things that I was really loving in the month of November, and I hope that some of those things were helpful to you. Like I said, I'll be coming back in December and talking more about this one if it continues to be a favorite of mine. If you have any products that you used in November that were favorites of yours, and you'd like to share those, please do so in the comments below. I'd love to hear about them. And also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click on that little button right there. YouTube will let you know when I upload new videos, which is usually about 2 or 3 times a week. So I hope that you guys are having a good day, and I thank you for watching and hope to see you again. Bye-bye.